Hi, my name is Layla Preston from Motherhood, and today I'll be reviewing the Toshiba Satellite U920t laptop tablet hybrid, otherwise known as the Ultrabook. We'll go through all the physical functions for you. As you can see, it looks like a tablet, quite a large screen tablet. On the left here you have the power button, you've got the volume buttons here, a lock switch, USB 3.0. So that's not USB 2.0, that essentially means you can transfer files quicker. At the bottom here, you have 3 LED notification lights. On the right hand side, you have a headphone jack. You've got the memory card reader here, normal size memory card reader. You can slot the card inside there. On the top side, you've got another USB 3.0, which is quite useful. And then you've got the HDMI output port, which means you can plug the Ultrabook into external devices like a TV. At the moment, it is in tablet form. If I turn it on, the power buttons on the left here, you can see here the Windows 8 menu screen, Windows 8 buttons. So if you click on the button, you can go back to where you were in the desktop. And if you click again, you'll be taken back to the Windows 8 menu. There are quite a few ways that you can have the Ultrabook. So you have your tablet, then you can slide it up just above the trackpad, and it will click. You won't be able to hear it on the video, but there are a few reasons for this. You've got the trackpad, so you can use the mouse while still in tablet form, and also you've got the camera activated at the back. It's a 3 megapixel camera, and that locks into place. I'm not sure whether you would be taking pictures in this format, as it's quite large, but it gives you the opportunity to do so anyway. On the front you've got the 1.3 megapixel camera, so you can take headshots. So if you slide the tablet even further back, the physical keyboard comes into view. You just tilt the screen and it turns into a laptop. The lid is quite sturdy. You can turn it at any angle and it stays at that angle. The keyboard's quite compact, but it's very easy to use. I found this keyboard extremely easy to use as a touch typist. It's very easy on the fingers. I found it easy to type documents. The trackpad has no external mouse buttons, but there is a left clickable button and a right clickable button, so you can see it brings the bottom menu up. I would say the trackpad is slightly too responsive. The reason why I say that is because when I was typing documents into Word, my wrist would hit the trackpad and the mouse would be darted somewhere else, so that is quite frustrating, but it's not a major point. I will now show you the desktop. You can see the screen is quite shiny. This isn't actually an HD screen, but I'm actually really impressed with the colours on the screen. It's very bright, very clear. It seems to be quite slick. The screen is 12.5 inch. That's 1366 by 768. So it's quite a large screen, and it's definitely above average, even though it's not an HD resolution. So it has a very impressive graphics display. The laptop uses 3rd generation Intel processor, so you've got 4 GB of RAM, which means it's quite nifty. It's quite quick. You have 128 GB of hard drive, which I actually think is more than enough, so it's fast and efficient. Also, this laptop is quite light. I can carry it around in one hand, although I wouldn't advise you to do that, that's quite dangerous. It weighs about 1.54 kilograms. So with the touchscreen, I wouldn't say it's super responsive. I did find some problems when I was trying to fill out some forms online. I found it quite difficult to select buttons. I'll give you a demo. So let's go to my own website, motherhooddiaries.com. And if you go to Contact Us, you can see now I'm trying to click Contact Us on the website in tablet form, and it's not responding, so I'm going to have to use the mouse button. I found that on quite a few occasions that it wasn't very responsive. It would get there in the end, but I'd end up using my mouse, which for a touchscreen kind of defeats the object, doesn't it? I'm going to give you a chance to show you the online keyboard now.
See the internal keyboard that comes up, I didn't mention that. If you slot the
If you slot the keyboard back down to a tablet, you can actually use an internal keyboard, which is quite good. And this keyboard is responsive. There isn't anything wrong with the internal keyboard at all. Then I go to the form under country of residence. I click on the button, scroll down to UK. See what I mean? It has a mind of its own.
Can you zoom in if you use your two fingers?
Unfortunately, when you are on the web, you can't zoom in or out using your two fingers as you would normally on a phone or a usual tablet. But I think I will leave this now, as I think I've made my point. But if you go back to Windows 8, I have an app on here, Maps. You can use your fingers to zoom in and out. So on Windows 8 apps, you can zoom in and out with your fingers. So that is an efficient tool to use when you're not able to or don't want to use your trackpad.
Unfortunately, on websites you can't.
But I don't think you can use this function on websites. But there is an option to slot the tablet back to activate the trackpad or to the laptop. So you go back to the Motherhood Diaries website, you just use your mouse. This is a much better idea. There you go.
So
I found it easier to use the mouse.
Easier to use the mouse when you have it as a laptop function, when you're surfing the internet?
I use the mouse when
I normally use the mouse when it's in laptop form and when I'm surfing the internet, or when I'm trying to find something quickly. But the fact that this is a touchpad as well is even better, because I don't want to use my mouse to scroll down right to the end of the page and use the arrow buttons on the side of the web page. I can just use my fingers to scroll up and down. Where you would use a normal laptop and use a trackpad to scroll up and down, with this hybrid you are able to use the screen as an additional tool to surfing the net, and that is so much easier and quicker. So when I'm typing something, let me open up a Word document for you. As a mum with a small business and a blog, I would be using all of my Microsoft Office products and WordPress, including internet. So I use Word a lot to type my blog posts. So let's go into Word. New blog post. So let's write my name. Hi, my name is Layla. Then you can zoom in with your fingers on Word from motherhooddiaries.com.
And you can zoom in with your fingers.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Layla.
So from motherhooddiaries.com. You can see it's quite responsive.
See, it's quite responsive. You can use the fingers.
Use the fingers to zoom in and out. So that's quite useful. And then you can just publish your post onto your WordPress site, if you have a WordPress site and it works here, or you can use your fingers. Up pops up the internal keyboard because you've activated the tablet mode. If you're using your fingers on the screen, the internal keyboard will automatically pop up because it thinks you're in tablet form. I'm going to show you quickly the video functions just to show you how speedy the laptop is when you want to watch videos or listen to music.
When you watch videos, where do you put the headphones?
Here is the headphone jack.
You can put your headphones in here.
So let me find a video for you to show you how quick and smooth the laptop works when playing videos. I'm really impressed by the quality. I'll show you an example.
See, it's not HD, but it's actually...
So you see it's not HD, but it's actually really clear anyway. The sound is great, and when you want to pause or rewind or fast forward, you have touchscreen functions that will make the process quite easy.
Okay. So you can see it's quite responsive, and then when you want to get back to it,
Play or pause.
See that you can touch. Use your fingers to...
If you just want to get back to Windows 8,
play, pause, and then
you just press the physical button again to take you to the menu screen. I'll show you some music too.
I think it's me that's not doing it right. Speaker, stereo speakers.
So you can hear the sound from the stereo speakers here, and it's not even on the max volume.
And this isn't even max, it's not maxed out.
So just click on the Windows 8 menu screen. You can hear that it's still playing the music, so when you click the menu, it doesn't affect your background applications. So here you are. As a small business and blog owner, I have multiple screens open on the laptop, and I always bombard my laptop with many files that is loaded all the time. You can see my Word document is open. If you use the mouse arrow to hover over to the left-hand side of the screen, you can see that Excel is open. You'll be able to see Excel is open. Then you can see I have many programs open, and this laptop handles it. This is what I found to be the most impressive when reviewing the Toshiba laptop. It can handle many web pages open at the same time. It can handle my website. It can, on top of that, it can handle Microsoft Office 2013. On occasion, although, some of the Microsoft Office programs have stalled, but I suppose that's because I've got far too many windows and programs open, and I've maxed out my 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Does it affect
Do these multiple programs affect the speed and performance of the laptop? Well, I haven't found that it has, but when you open a new Word document, when you've got 9 windows open, it does take a little longer to load. I would say that that would be true of any laptop, tablet though, if you're bombarding it with so many things. Okay, so the touchscreen isn't super responsive. It's not the most responsive touchscreen on the market, but it's pretty nifty when using the Windows 8 menu. It's the minor websites that have forms to fill out. That's where you can see that the touchscreen isn't really up to scratch. But I just use the mouse button. So I've charged the laptop fully before doing this review, and I've been using the laptop without the charger for 5+ hours, and I've still got, let's have a look, there is still 23% remaining. So it tells you here 40 minutes remaining, so that's fantastic battery life. So what comes with the laptop? You'll get an information sheet which will show you how to use the laptop and tablet together. You will get an instruction manual for safety and comfort with a limited warranty inside. You'll get an instruction manual for safety and comfort. You'll get a quick start leaflet, which will show you all the accessories that is included with the laptop and the functions that you use with the Ultrabook, including hotkeys with the different types of functions. So in conclusion, I would say that the Toshiba Ultrabook is definitely high performance, although it did have a few issues with some of the Microsoft Office programs. They were stalling a little bit. I find Skype to be very responsive for those all-important business calls, and Outlook is fabulous on this. Downloads emails very quick. I also use WordPress for Motherhood Diaries. You can see there is no DVD, CD, ROM accessory compartment, which might be a bit of a downer for some people who use DVDs and CDs. But I use external hard drives, and don't forget you have the full-size memory card reader too. So you'll be hard-pushed to find a laptop-tablet hybrid that will have a DVD-ROM because of its functionality. The Ultrabook is on the market for between £910 to £1,149, so it is quite pricey, but it is more than enough to work on my business and my blog. It has all the equipment I need to run my blog, and it is lightweight, so it's a breeze to take to Ultrabook to meetings. I can slide the laptop to tablet form, and then I can show PowerPoint slide presentations and other important data, including showing my website. Having said all of the above, I am absolutely in love with this Ultrabook. I have now been completely converted to the laptop tablet Ultrabook. I would definitely recommend this device to any business owner for an all-in-one package in which to run your business. And that's all. Thanks for tuning in. Do let me know how you get on with the Toshiba Ultrabook or any other laptop Ultrabook tablets that you have reviewed for a business. A written review of the Toshiba laptop will be posted very shortly on motherhooddiaries.com. This has been Layla Preston, and I hope you like this review.